Alright, before we start, I just want to give a quick shout out to my boy Nick for recording this video with me. On to the rest of the video. So Chris goes to Africa to deal with official BSAA business, but first he meets Sheva, Jill's replacement after she allegedly died. They go on a few trust building exercises by slaughtering small villages, but they get cornered by zombies and have to be saved by Delta Team, who reveal that Jill might not be so dead after all. But that's future Chris's problem. For now, we fight African Chainsaw Man.
It's not even Denji anymore, that's just Devin.
We find Dr. Irving, who's a bioweapon dealer, and people like him are the reason I'm paranoid of doctors. I don't want to go to urgent care one day and have a guy like this waiting to inject me with the next T virus. We get a flashback to Jill's disappearance, and I blame the BSAA for her getting kidnapped. They get intel on Wesker, arguably the strongest thing in the verse aside from RPGs, and they don't send a squad with the best equipment. They don't bomb the mansion. No, they send 2 ex-cops with pistols. Not only that, Chris should have fallen out the window too. Wesker can throw rockets like baseballs, but he lets go of Chris after getting tackled? It makes no sense. Chris goes to introduce some more natives to his boomstick, and we find Irving again, who injects himself with a virus and transforms into the Little Mermaid's long-lost brother. I just want to take a moment to talk about how overpowered the RPG is. It makes the second half of the game go by like nothing, and it one-shots almost everything.
You won't do it. You won't do it.
We run into Wesker, who is obviously planning something nefarious. Just look at him. He's got that adrenaline in his soul. And he proceeds to violate Chris so bad he gets bored and leaves. And Chris and Sheva beat some sense into Jill. We raid Wesker's ship, and Sheva's conveniently carrying a vial of Wesker's one weakness. Black tar heroin. Or whatever the hell's in the vial, I wasn't paying attention. So we go fight Wesker, but I get double teamed by Nick and Wesker.
What are you?
Can't believe Nick stabbed me in the back like that. Wesker tries running away, but instead we end up in a volcano. Wesker falls into the lava and allegedly dies. And I honestly don't think he's dead, for 2 reasons. The rockets weren't a direct hit, and we don't see a body. By anime logic, he's definitely alive somewhere plotting his revenge. The group flies off into the sunset, Jill goes missing again, Chris becomes an alcoholic, and legend has it that Sheva is still on that helicopter. So one thing I couldn't stop thinking about after finishing the game was, why do people dick ride the hell out of Wesker? Don't get me wrong, I liked him, but he barely gets any mainline screen time. I'm not buying and playing all the spin-offs to understand his backstory. Unless you want to subscribe and watch a few more videos, in which case I'll do it. But I've seen people hype him up as one of the best villains ever written, which made me think I was going to face an Aizen level threat, but for the most part, he's hardly in the story. Speaking of which, the story is nothing special. I honestly forgot most of it except for Wesker's alleged death, but that's because of moments like these.
No, bro! Nah, no, I won't.
This ends now. This was me and Dennis. And I kind of feel like this is what Capcom was going for. A pretty basic story paired with the experience of screwing around with a friend. Which is a formula they completely fucked up in the next game, but that's a video for another day. Well, that's all I got for this one. Subscribe, or not. Either way, I'ma head out. Later.